Karibu mheshimiwa.
Thank you, our CC. Our patron, PS, Environment and Climate Change, Engineer Daktari Festus Ngeno, DG wetu wa Nakuru County, Bwana Kones, my colleague, Mheshimiwa Tonui, and all the conservators. Bwana asifiwe. Bwana asifiwe. Hebu tupungiane hivi. Thank you very much. Before I proceed, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Mutai Alfred Kiprono, MP for Kuresoi North Constituency, where part of what we are doing is in my constituency. And also, I am also a sportsman. And in the first edition, I participated with our patron in the 10-kilometer race, where when the starting line, we started together and we finished together. Don't ask me where we were in between. And this time around, PS, I know we will be upgrading also. You have heard all the participants here saying they will upgrade from 21 to 42. For us, I believe we will do 21. But we have to be monitored now this time around. And like last time, where it matters on the starting and the finishing only. So I believe this is a noble initiative. And you have heard also my story that I was once a bad person. But this time around, I'm one of those key players who want to see we do the perfect, not even conservation, but restoration. Because nothing was left. You know, you conserve what was there. But I can attest because I was the witness, and maybe I participated partly. So we are doing restoration. But I believe, PS, on the first edition, it was actually restoration. And this second edition is actually conservation because we have done a lot. A lot has actually happened there. It's actually a beehive of activities all over. All the way from tree nurseries, we need to safeguard so that in the future we will not be actually sourcing seedlings from outside, but we need to also source the tree seedlings locally. And this is a journey that I know, PS, you have also plugged in the 15 billion tree growing journey. And we really support you because we know our president made a pronouncement of 15 billion trees. The how lies barely with us, and this is the exercise that we have just, we are actually on the roadmap towards 15 billion trees. And with the report from our conservator, PS, you have heard we are at around 60 million mark. I know that that's what has been reported. There is a lot that has actually happened, Bwana Conservator, I included, that I have not reported to you. Kuna ingine nimeenda nikatoa mahali na nimepanda. So I need to also, you need to update. Maybe we are at 100 million plus. And you should be ranked number 1. PS, with this journey, maybe God had a purpose as to why you had to be considered for the position of environment and climate change, by the fact that you also come from that part of Mau. Maybe somebody else, let's say from a different region, if could have been granted such a position, could not actually come up with an idea. But I've seen your idea has actually been now, it has been replicated all over the country. And that is why we have the edition for, I have seen for almost all your colleagues doing something now basing on what actually happened last year. I also want to also applaud this program because all along, all those years, there was a program that, oh, Mau this way, Mau that way. That was really forceful. And it was also a threatening program. But this time round, with the inclusion of livelihood, it has really made everyone, even those people who come from Mao, to really embrace and adapt the approach that is there this time around. And I believe with that, PS, what we have been planting all through, we have almost like 90% actually doing. So in terms of gapping or replacing, it is really minimal. But those days where people were being forced, you know, when you force something to a human being, will actually think of otherwise and might not actually work well with what you are actually trying to force. Those days, there could be a lot of restrictions all over. Creation of physical fences. But I want to attest to you, PS, and all the conservators in the house, that what is there right now on what we did last year is just a social fence. It is not a physical fence. It is just everybody is responsible on what to do. And that one has really made even my constituents, they really embrace the approach that has been used by the government, spearheaded by our patron here. Let's clap for the program itself. Thank you. I know the journey has actually started last year. We are part of this journey. With the political leaders on the leadership side, I want to attest that I am part of this journey towards restoration and conservation of Mau Forest, Southwest, East Mau, name them. I am part of that because I also have something to pay. Ninadaiwa deni. Kuna mavitu nilifanya kidogo. So ninaendelea kufanya replacement na kulipa deni. No, I will not tell you for now. When it reaches that time, I know you will come to realize how it was really happening, where we had a network of the officers in the house in green. We had placed some networks all over, so they could not actually get more so me. And nonetheless, I was also somewhere along the line. I came to Milimani like twice. I finished around 2 cases in Molo. But I'm a very good ambassador. So Mungu amenisaidia. Yeah. Na maybe Mungu aliona sasa huyu jamaa nisipompea another alternative. Ataendelea kunisumbua na neja. But I thank God because I know the importance of trees. I know the importance of having a friendly ecosystem where, because we have to actually relate with trees. You know, trees goes with life. And we know the origin, we need to conserve the environment. We have to also access clean water is because of the good environment. Circle with trees. Otherwise, I don't have much to say. I just want to say, Kongwe missing asante. Karibuni Kuresoi. Tutajipanga this time round. We will improve maybe on the few things that need, we didn't actually work well last time. Maybe we need to have a conversation with PS and my colleague Mheshimiwa Tonui from Kuresoi South, so that you will advise us on what is we need to improve on, so that this edition will actually be the best of the best. Kwa hayo mengi na machache, nataka nichukue nafasi hii pia niweze kukaribisha my colleague Mheshimiwa Tonui to make his remarks. Karibu Mheshimiwa. Otherwise, asanteni sana.
Thank you. Our PS for Environment, Engineer Festus Ngeno, who has been pronounced to be the champion of conservation in Kenya. Our DG, Wanakones. Mheshimiwa mwenzangu, a reform Chakolubana, Mheshimiwa Mutai, who is also our volleyball champion in the National Assembly, our DCC, a county commissioner for Nakuru, and all other protocols of South. Good afternoon. Good afternoon once again. I don't intend to make a long speech, after having been briefed by some specialists here, we have been guided very well about the conservation of Mau. Very key personnel have talked from the Ministry of Environment, and I want to commend them. But I want to just use this opportunity to thank Bwana PS for championing this issue of Mau conservation. Bwana PS, the title the President has given you, you really deserve to be called the champion of environment in Kenya. I think he has pronounced that one very well. You have really played that key role very well. And I want to assure you of my support. That is why I am here. Be assured of my political support. Because this Mau conservation, the Mau Conservation Marathon, will go a long way to meet the President's agenda of planting 15 billion trees. And I commend the President for that. Because trees makes this country to be a better place to live. Vile tumeambiwa beleni. Tutapata maji, tutapata stima, na tutapata chakula if we conserve the environment. So I just want to appeal to each and every one of us to take it seriously. And apart from conserving even the Mau alone, it is very important even to tell our people to plant trees in their farms, not only the forest. Bwana PS, I want to thank you most sincerely also for introducing the shamba system, the tilling system. The other system was not working. People were plucking trees in the forest. But this one, whereby you are giving people a grace period of around 3 years, I have seen it is working. It's working. So I commend you, Bwana PS, for that. I also want to make a passionate appeal, Bwana PS, because we have also people residing along the forest areas. The landless people. We normally call them the IDBs, who at times they cause trouble. They enter the forest, harvesting trees. So as we embark on conserving Mau, I know you sit somewhere at a higher table somewhere. We need to look for a way of settling these people who are staying very close to the forest and they don't have land. If we allow them to stay close to the forest like that, without assisting them to get a place to call home, it will not be very easy to achieve this. So, Bwana PS, so as you sit in that table, we need to consider, we need to plan for this. Very few people, the landless. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the partners who are here. This is a very ambitious program. And without these people who are here, and maybe some are not here, it is not possible to achieve. So the partners who have come in to assist in the restoration of the Mau forest, I want to commend you for making that bold move. Bwana PS, we are ready to host you in Kuresoi South for the second edition of Mau Conservation Marathon. We are very much ready to host you. You know, Kuresoi South is the home of champions. That is the home of Faith Kibiego, who has been mentioned here. She comes from Kuresoi South. And we have very many others. Even in that 21-kilometer race you have mentioned that you will be participating, I want you to prepare well. Maybe I will also be leading in that one. I've done some thorough practice. So, your choice is welcomed, and I want to assure you that we are eagerly waiting for you. I was listening very keenly to the guy who was reading the route here, the starting point, up to the end. You see, Kuresoi North, I think Kuresoi North was hosting. It was the climax of the first edition. That was the finishing point. So to be very fair, BS, the person who was reading the route here should revise. That route has to be revised. The finishing point is the climax, and it's supposed to be Kuresoi South. So I want that, with due respect, that rule should be revised to be fair. Because the first edition, the climax was in North. The second edition, it is more than obvious the climax should be in the South. With those few remarks, we ran, let's say we ran to save Mau. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me now take this opportunity to invite our very able Deputy Governor, Banakones. And I want to announce here that I will struggle to sponsor around 500 athletes. Yes. Okay. Oh. The reform person should also come and declare.
Yes. For those who will luckily participate, I will gather for the 500 participants. Yes, the 500. I think that one is, each is around 1,000. So you owe me 500,000 shillings. Thank you very much.
So likewise, Bwana BS, I think I had pronounced. Thank you.